What if I told you that watching Netflix is actually one of the best ways to learn English?
And no, we are not joking. This is real. This is science.
Most English learners think they need to sit at a desk with a big grammar book to improve their vocabulary.
But the truth is, your favorite Netflix show can teach you hundreds of new English words.
The problem is, most people do not know how to watch correctly.
They just press play, enjoy the show, and then forget everything the next day.
Today, we're going to fix that. We're going to show you exactly how to build your English vocabulary while watching Netflix, the right way.
Stay with us. By the end of this video, Netflix will never feel the same again.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Kate.
And I'm Martin. We're so happy you are here with us today.
If you're new here, welcome. We make English learning videos every day. Simple, fun, and practical.
Just like today's video, this one is a really exciting topic.
Before we start, we have a small request. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button. It helps more people find our channel.
And subscribe if you have not already. Press that bell too so you get notified every time we post.
We also love reading your comments, so please leave us a message below. Tell us where you are from or what show you are watching on Netflix right now.
Yes, we're always curious about that. Okay, Kate, let's get into it.
So today's topic is how to build English vocabulary while watching Netflix.
And honestly, this topic is close to my heart because when I was learning a new language, watching TV shows helped me so much.
Same for me. I remember watching a show and suddenly understanding a phrase I had never heard in class. It felt amazing.
Right, because when you hear a word in a real conversation, in a real situation, your brain remembers it much better.
It's called contextual learning. You learn the word inside a story, with emotion, with characters, not just from a list on paper.
And Netflix is perfect for this. They have thousands of shows in English, different accents, different styles of speaking.
Dramas, comedies, documentaries, reality shows, all of them full of real, natural English.
But here's the key. You have to use the right method. Just watching passively does not work as well.
Exactly. So let's talk about that method. Let's teach you how to actually use Netflix as your English classroom.
Okay, Kate, let's start from the beginning. What is the first mistake most learners make when they watch Netflix in English?
Great question. The number one mistake is watching with subtitles in their own language.
Oh yes, I see this all the time. People turn on French subtitles or Arabic subtitles or Spanish subtitles.
And their brain just reads the translation. It does not work hard. It does not learn English.
It's like taking a taxi instead of walking. You get to the same place, but you did not exercise.
I love that comparison. Yes, your brain needs to exercise to grow.
So what should people do instead?
Use English subtitles. Always English subtitles, at least at the intermediate level.
And if the show is too fast or too difficult?
Then start with easier shows. Children's shows are actually amazing for English learners. Shows like Peppa Pig or Bluey or even cartoons.
That's true. The vocabulary is simple, the sentences are short, and the stories are clear.
Then slowly move up. Try shows like The Office or Friends or Stranger Things.
Friends is a classic for English learners. Simple vocabulary, everyday conversation, lots of humor.
Yes, and humor is actually very helpful for vocabulary because funny moments are memorable. You remember the word because it made you laugh.
That is so true. I still remember words I learned from funny TV moments 15 years ago.
Okay, so we have our first tip, English subtitles only. What's the next step?
The next step is what I call the pause and repeat method.
Oh, tell us about this one.
So when you hear a word or phrase that you don't know, pause the show. Don't keep watching.
Right. Most people just keep watching and hope they will understand later, but usually they don't.
Exactly. So you pause, you look at the subtitle, you try to understand the word from context first. What is happening in the scene? What does the character feel?
Context clues are very powerful. Often you can guess the meaning just from the situation.
Yes. For example, imagine a character looks at a bill from a restaurant and says, "This is outrageous. I'm not paying this." You can guess that outrageous means something like shocking or very unfair.
Perfect example. You didn't need a dictionary. The situation told you the meaning.
But if you still don't understand, then you look it up. Open Google Translate or a dictionary app quickly.
And then, this is very important, say the word out loud. Repeat it 2 or 3 times.
Speaking the word after you learn it helps your brain remember it much faster. This is called active recall.
And then write it down. Keep a small vocabulary notebook. Old school, yes, but it works.
Very old school, but yes, writing a word with your hand is one of the best ways to remember it.
So the method is pause, guess from context, look it up if needed, say it out loud, write it down.
Simple 5-step system. Anyone can do it.
Now, Martin, let's talk about a tool that makes all of this even easier.
Are you talking about Language Reactor?
Yes, we mentioned it in our last video too. Language Reactor is a free browser extension.
It works with Netflix and YouTube, and it shows you dual subtitles, English and your language at the same time.
And the best feature, you can click on any word in the subtitle and instantly see the translation, the pronunciation, and example sentences.
Without pausing, without opening a new tab. Just click and there it is.
It also saves the words you click into a vocabulary list. So at the end of your watching session, you have a ready-made list of new words to review.
That is incredible. Seriously, this tool changed the way I watch videos in other languages.
It is completely free to use for basic features, and it works on any computer with Chrome browser.
Okay, so Language Reactor is tool number 1 for Netflix vocabulary learning. What about the actual shows? How do we choose the right one?
Great point. Choosing the right show is very important. There are 2 types of shows that work well for vocabulary learning.
What are they?
Type 1, shows with lots of dialogue, conversation-heavy shows. Things like sitcoms, comedies about everyday life.
Like Friends, How I Met Your Mother, or The Good Place.
Exactly. These shows use everyday English, casual vocabulary, the kind of English you use when you talk with friends or colleagues.
And type 2?
Type 2, documentary shows. Things like nature documentaries, cooking shows, travel shows.
Oh, interesting. Why documentaries?
Because documentaries use clear, formal English. The speaker talks slowly and clearly. The vocabulary is rich but not too slangy.
And you learn topic-specific vocabulary too. If you watch a cooking documentary, you learn food vocabulary. If you watch a nature show, you learn science vocabulary.
Right, so choose based on what you need. Do you want everyday conversational English? Watch sitcoms. Do you want professional vocabulary? Watch documentaries.
And what about action movies or thrillers? I love action movies.
You can watch them too, but they are slightly harder because the speaking is faster, and sometimes there is a lot of noise and music.
True, and sometimes people mumble or speak very quietly in dramatic scenes.
Yes, so for vocabulary learning, conversation-heavy shows are easier to work with, but any show is better than no show.
Any English content is good English practice. That is a good rule.
Okay, let's talk about one more strategy, the shadow technique.
Ooh, this one sounds mysterious.
It is not mysterious at all. Shadowing means you repeat what the characters say at the same time as they say it.
Like an echo, like a shadow of their voice.
Exactly. You watch a short scene, then you rewind it, then you play it again and speak along with the character.
So you copy their pronunciation, their speed, their rhythm, their emotion.
Yes, it is one of the best ways to improve both vocabulary and speaking at the same time.
Because you're not just reading the word, you are speaking it with the right accent, the right stress, the right feeling.
And when you say a word the same way a native speaker says it, your brain connects the word to real speech, not just text on a page.
I tried this with a few shows, and honestly, my speaking improved a lot. My rhythm felt more natural.
It takes practice, but even 5 minutes of shadowing per day makes a big difference over time.
Okay, so to summarize our main strategies, use English subtitles, pause and repeat new words, use Language Reactor to save vocabulary, choose the right type of show, and practice shadowing.
Perfect summary. That is a full system right there.
A Netflix English system. I like it.
Now let's give some practical tips, small habits that make a big difference.
Tip number 1 for me, Watch the same episode twice.
Oh, yes, this is so effective.
First time, watch for enjoyment. Follow the story. Do not stress. Just enjoy.
Second time, watch to study. Pause, repeat, take notes, look up words.
The second time is so much easier because you already know the story, so your brain has more space to focus on the language.
You notice so many things the second time that you missed the first time.
Exactly. Dialogue, expressions, pronunciation, it all becomes clearer.
Tip 2, keep a Netflix vocabulary journal, a simple notebook or phone notes app.
Just for words you learn from Netflix?
Yes, write the word, write the sentence from the show, write what it means, and write the name of the show next to it.
Oh, that is a nice idea. So you remember the context. You can think, oh, this word was from that funny scene in Friends.
Memory works through association. The more details around a word, the better your brain holds it.
Tip 3, don't binge watch, study watch instead.
This is a hard one for a lot of people.
I know, but binge watching 5 episodes in a row is not very effective for vocabulary learning.
Your brain gets tired. After a while, you're just watching. You're not really processing new words anymore.
30 to 40 minutes of focused study watching is much better than 2 hours of passive watching.
Quality over quantity, always.
Tip 4, review your vocabulary list the next morning.
Yes, the morning review is very powerful. When you sleep, your brain processes everything you learned the day before.
So the next morning, your brain is ready to lock in that vocabulary.
Just spend 5 minutes before breakfast looking at your word list from the night before. Try to remember the word without looking at the meaning.
Test yourself. Cover the meaning, look at the word. Can you remember what it means?
This is called spaced repetition, and it is one of the most powerful vocabulary learning techniques that exists.
And tip 5, use the new words you learn the same day.
Use them in a sentence, write them in a chat, say them out loud to yourself.
Even talking to yourself in English using the new words is great practice.
People might think you're strange, but your vocabulary will be excellent.
A small price to pay.
Okay, let's do some real practice examples now. These are things you can actually try today.
Yes, real exercises, not just theory.
Example 1. Pick any English show on Netflix that you already know and love. Put the language to English, put the subtitles to English, press play.
Watch for 10 minutes. Every time you hear a word you do not know, pause. Read it in the subtitle. Say it out loud once. Keep watching.
Do not stop for every word, just the ones that appear more than once, or the ones in important moments.
After 10 minutes, write down the 3 most interesting words you learned. Just 3. That is enough for one session.
Example 2. Choose one short scene, maybe 2 to 3 minutes long. Rewind it. Now watch it again with no subtitles.
How much did you understand this time? Compare it to the first time you watched with subtitles.
This is a great exercise to test your listening progress. It can feel hard at first, but it gets easier every week.
Example 3. Pick a sentence from the show that you really liked, something funny or emotional or interesting.
Shadow that sentence. Rewind, play it, speak with the character. Try to match their voice exactly.
Do it 5 times. Then say the sentence on your own, without the show playing.
Now you have that sentence memorized, and it came from real, natural English, not a textbook.
Example 4. After watching, open your vocabulary journal. Write the 3 words from example 1, write the sentence they came from, write a new sentence you made up yourself using that word.
Creating your own sentence is very important. It makes the word yours, not just a word you heard, but a word you used.
For example, you learned the word outrageous. You write, "The price of coffee in this airport is outrageous." That is your sentence. Now you own that word.
That is a very real example. Airport coffee prices are genuinely outrageous.
So real. Okay, example 5. Use Language Reactor. Install it on your browser. Watch 10 minutes of any Netflix show. Click on 5 words you do not know.
At the end, review the 5 words that Language Reactor saved for you. Read them, say them, try to remember the scene where you heard them.
Do this 3 times a week. In 1 month, you will have saved over 60 new vocabulary words from real English content.
60 words a month, 700 words a year, just from watching Netflix.
That is an incredible number, and you did it while enjoying your favorite shows.
That is the beauty of this method. It does not feel like studying, but it is one of the most effective ways to grow your vocabulary.
Okay, it is time for our question of the day.
We love this part. It is your turn to speak or write.
Here is today's question. What is your favorite English show on Netflix or any streaming platform? And did you ever learn a new English word from watching it?
Tell us in the comments below. We really want to know.
Maybe your recommendation will help another English learner find a great show to practice with.
And reading other people's answers is also great English reading practice. So scroll down and read the comments.
Every part of this video is a learning opportunity, even the comments section.
That is so true. Learn everywhere, learn always.
Okay, friends, we are coming to the end of today's video. Let's do one final recap.
Today, we talked about how to build your English vocabulary while watching Netflix, and we gave you a full system to follow.
Use English subtitles, not your native language. Pause and repeat new words. Use Language Reactor to save vocabulary automatically.
Choose the right shows. Sitcoms for conversational English, documentaries for richer vocabulary, and practice shadowing to improve your speaking.
We also gave you 5 learning tips. Watch each episode twice, keep a vocabulary journal, study watch instead of binge watching, review your words the next morning, and use new words the same day you learn them.
And we gave you 5 real practice exercises you can start today. No equipment needed, just Netflix and a notebook.
You already have Netflix. Now you have the method. There is nothing stopping you.
We believe in you. Every single person watching this video right now has the ability to improve their English. You just need the right tools and the right habits.
And we are here every day to give you both.
So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more English learners around the world.
Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a new video. We post every day.
And share this video with a friend who is learning English, because learning together is always more fun.
Thank you so much for watching. You are amazing. Keep going. Keep practicing.
We will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Take care and keep watching. In English, of course.